Some people have a love-hate relationship with Donkey Kong 3. For my friends and I, it was only hate.
Make sure you like and subscribe. Now, let's get the video started.
Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Today, let's talk about one of the biggest disappointments as far as sequels ever, Donkey Kong 3. You know, a game that truly depressed us, you know, like the Smiths. Really made us wail. But there's a story behind it, right? There's a story behind it. There's an arcade story behind it, and let me tell it to you now. You know, this was I think it was the 1983, I want to say Christmas, okay, around there. Give or take a year, guys. I'm pretty old now. You know, I'm trying to remember this stuff. But I remember the emotions clearly. I remember it was a video game crash, so everybody was pretty down on video games, you know. And this was a different time for us. You know, when I first started playing Donkey Kong, I was that little kid, you know, putting quarters in there, trying to scrape up quarters to go play. Now, you know, 2 years later, now I had a job. Yeah, I had a job. I started working at 14 and I got paid $2 an hour, right? And I worked in a donut shop, pizza shop, you know, I was kind of a helper there. I started, and then I could close a store on my own, you know. So, and my friends worked at the dairy. There were a couple of brothers, and we heard that Donkey Kong 3 had come out, right? So we prepared ourselves for that Saturday that we're going to go to the fancy arcade. You know, we're going to a better neighborhood to go play there, because whenever they had a brand new release, they wouldn't have one machine or two machines. They'd have a spread. You know, they usually have about 4 to 5 of whatever was new, right? Because it was a big arcade in town, and they sold food, snacks, and what have you. So I remember that day I was going to play, you know, $20 worth of video games, but I had $10 specifically reserved for Donkey Kong 3 because I wanted to see, you know, what it was all about. Remember, this is pre-social media, magazines. You don't know. You just heard that there's Donkey Kong 3, and you're going to go play it, right? So we get in there, you know. Now we have a different look about us now, right? We got paper. We got paper, baby. You know, back in the day in the arcade, you could only sit in the benches if you bought food. You know, they clear, you know, at least at this arcade, that was enforceable, right? So, you know, we get in there. I remember I ordered some killer nachos. I ordered my soda. My friends, you know, they ordered their food, and I'm sitting there like, you know, like we're in the VIP section of the club, right? And we're like looking at these people like, hey, little kid, we can't hang out with you. We got cheddar. We're big boys now. I'm 14. Well, here we go, guys. We had our meal, and now we're ready to go, right? And I remember we just plastered. Somebody was playing, but we plastered the whole marquee full of quarters because we're gonna go in there. And I start playing, and man.
Alright guys, so we start playing, and this is where the nightmare begins, right? We're all confused, we don't know what to do, and our first question is, who the hell is this guy? This thing controls like, we don't know what to do, we keep on dying, all of a sudden we figure this is a shooter, right? We're trying to go to the next screen. There is no next screen. This is it. You're trying to shoot Donkey Kong with some spray, right? And these bugs are coming down. They made them look like, you know, something like Galaga, and that would be for a reason I'll explain to you soon. And it was just horrible. You know, I would play first, try to get it, didn't get it. My friend would play second, my third friend would play, and we gave up after like 3 times. It was just like, this is not it. You know, even if we figured out this thing sucks. This sucks today. It'll suck tomorrow. You know, and 43 years later, whatever the hell it is, it still sucks. I hate this game. But let me give you some backstory on how they came up with this horrible idea for a video game. Why this game plays like this, and where the hell did this fool come from? This fool that to this day nobody likes. Well, guys, where did Stanley come from? Where did this character, ugly character that was not Mario, come from that was cursing our lives? Well, he came from a Game & Watch called Greenhouse. That's right. Greenhouse, and it was just one of those old, flip Game & Watches from back in the day. And he was spraying bugs on it. Nobody remembered it till that point. Nobody was asking for this. And here he is. That's how, this spawn of hell came to curse our lives with Donkey Kong 3. And in the cartoons, they try to, set him up as Mario's cousin. That's what they did, yeah. They put him up as Mario's cousin, but nobody believed it. Nobody still likes him. Everybody hated it. And how did they come up with the idea of this game? Well, back in those times, Galaga was banging, man. There was, Galaga games were making a lot of money as, Donkey Kong was on the downturn with Junior Kong. So they decided to combine, Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong, with Galaga, and this is how we got this monstrosity, right? This homunculoid game that everybody still hates, and I still hate to this day. Yeah, if you like it, good for you. I hate it. I hate it, and I'll keep on hating it. I don't care.
Well, guys, there are not many misses, right? There aren't very misses in the world of Nintendo. But this was one of them. This was just, for us, it was just trash, and not only me. Those arcade machines were always empty. Nobody wanted to play Donkey Kong 3. It was like the redheaded stepchild. We hated it. I still hate it today. I'll pick it up once in a while, like to film this stupid video. But man, did I ever hate it? And it never went away, right? Like those feelings, like when I see this game, I'm that petty. I still have hate for it. And guys, remember that we were right in the middle, right, of the arcade, of the video game crash. So there's not even that many options out there. Everything was negative about this. We were wailing like the Smiths, man. This sucked. This completely sucked. What a disappointment. It has been one of the biggest letdowns as far as sequels, at least in my lifetime, and one of the biggest mistakes that Nintendo ever made, combining Galaga with Mario. Who knew it was gonna be trash?
Hey guys, thank you for watching. Hey, you made it this far, you might as well subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button and join if you can.